Hey everyone, welcome to the video today. We're at the Lost Valley team race, the 4-hour team race. We're on the same line as 250A. I'm in the father-son A class, racing with my dad today. I made a mistake. We were on vacation and I changed my GoPro settings and I left it in wide angle on accident instead of going back to super view. So the angle's a little bit different today, but it's alright, we'll get through it. Yeah, back on the bike. I haven't touched the bike since Buffalo, and I didn't really give you guys much of an update as to what happened after my crash. I ended up not finishing, as you guys can tell in the video, at Buffalo, but I'm about 90% sure I sprained my left wrist. And haven't touched the bike since, so I'm a little nervous to make sure that my wrist is all good. I was pretty confident with it coming into the day, but like I said, I haven't touched the bike in a couple weeks, and ended up with a new suspension setting today that I did not have the ability to test, and I ended up really liking it, so that was positive. But yeah, I was a little bit uncertain with some things coming into today, but ended up being a great day, a lot of fun. Ended up getting a rough start, and I left the first lap in because there's a lot of passing on the first lap with people we know. And then I put in a pretty good lap on camera later in the video that you guys should stick around to. Fun fact, it was actually the third fastest lap on that particular lap. It was the 4th lap overall, so stay tuned for that and enjoy some of the chaos of trying to battle towards the front. So that suspension setting I was referring to earlier, I really liked it. It was really nice, but here in the beginning, obviously had the rough start. It was just trying to be patient, not get too over my head here in the beginning, and just try to set ourselves up in a good position, and just shake some of the rust off. It was muddy. You know, there was some rain leading into the race, which is a welcome sight compared to how dry it's been. But haven't ridden in some slick stuff like this in a little while. And you know, there was a threat of rain later in the day, so it was, you know, I was trying to put us in a better position early rather than later, and it was a little hard to tell who was in the father-son class with all the 250A riders, but it makes for an exciting first lap, trying to shuffle through everybody. going to mention too that I didn't have any tear-offs, so it was pretty muddy. I was wiping my goggles the whole time. And don't get me wrong, it wasn't a muddy race, like a mud race, but it was muddy, especially on this first lap with the Roost. But right now I'm behind David James, and I'm pretty sure this ended up being the pass for the lead here. I was just trying to be patient, wait for my opportunity, and end up getting in the lead right here. And the way we decided to do it today was I would do 2 laps at a time, and then Dad would do 1, and then I would do 2 laps, he would do 1, and then we just follow that path all the way to the end. And yeah, it's a tough balance of like trying to push too hard too early to, you know, get into a good spot. While I was really just trying to feel things out here in these first 2 laps, and then when I went back out for my second time, which is the lap you'll see later on, I really pushed a lot more and felt really good doing it. But I thought it was really easy to make mistakes with it being so slippery, so I was just trying to take my time, do what I could. So I finished my first lap here, and then I was in the lead the second lap and let Dad go out for his lap. And then on the fourth lap, I get ready to go back out. That's what you guys are about to see. And he lets me know what position we're in and start the charge from there.
You still first? You still third?
So you guys enjoy this lap. Like I said, it was a pretty good lap. I was driving really free and just happy with the bike. So really stoked on it and happy with the day. And stay tuned to the end. I'll tell you guys what we ended up if you haven't already seen.
Ah, dang, I screwed my own line up. Kenneth! I'm on your left.
It was a really fun day. I actually was in second at this point, and on my next lap I ended up making a pass to put us back in the lead. When Dad went back out there, we were in second, and then I went back out there again, got us back in the lead, and then on his last shift I'm pretty sure he ended up holding the lead for me to just kind of ride it in on the last lap. So we ended up actually taking the win in father-son A, and then 13th overall, I believe. I had a lot of fun. I was glad that we were able to get the win. We've done a lot of these team races over the years, and I think we've only won one of them. So I was excited to actually pull this one off, and I hope he had as good of a time as I did, although I think he said he maybe didn't, but it was fun regardless, and it was cool to share it. And yeah, I was just overall happy with my riding, so it was a good day, and just put some more time in, and hopefully come back in August for these last few hare scrambles, the last stretch of the season, and put in some good results.